Hey, it's your boy 950 Kev for the 950 Lounge Show with LeBron James in the radio game, the most electrifying man in media today. And I'm 1/5 of the best team in radio. So I'm joined by my brother Rodeo, the funny guy, just the classic man, the cynic, aka Mr. Roper, backstage Ed, and the lovely, super talented Steph Pearl. It's 950 Lounge every day, all day on multiple networks. So take us a listen, let us know what you think. Catch us at www.950lounge.com, on my Instagram at 950kev. We're back on the ride, 950 Lounge, still joined by the best team in radio. We have a guest, and we have also a special co-host guest. The lovely Jill has joined us back. I guess we're doing something right, with coming back, making that drive, locking the kids up in the room. Don't call DFS. I'm joking. But thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
And we have a special guest, a brother that we met many years ago. I know how we met, but I won't even say. But nevertheless, he's here. Somebody's a fan of the show, and we're fans of him. You know him as the Fur King. He wears even furs in July. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 950 Lounge. My brother, Polo, the Fur King. What's going on, sir?
Oh, man, I'm blessed, man. I'm glad to be here.
You need it now because it's getting cool.
You need to go to Buffalo, man. I think you can sell a lot of fur right now in Buffalo.
Pop the trunk open.
You know what I mean?
And I see you brought us gifts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I bought a few hats, trucker hats, some different colored trucker hats. So, if y'all want to swap colors as time goes on, if you're happy with the colors that you got, definitely wear them, go do some pictures of them. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I had to do that, with the custom Fur King bags to match and things of that nature.
Cute.
So, again, if y'all happy with the colors, that's fine. If y'all want to swap amongst y'all, that's fine too. That's.
Thank you for the other one. No, not that one. That's green. What? This is all green. What you want? Yeah, that one.
Now you actually you from the Bronx?
I'm sorry?
Were you from the Bronx? So, okay,
Yeah, he's from the Bronx.
I did a special Bronx hat for you.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
where's my Bronx?
I don't know. It's in one of those bags. I'm not sure.
Nah, that's yeah.
Very political.
I mean, we have to.
Great again.
That's
I
the only
like
thing I
that.
know. You know what I mean?
Well,
she's very political, Jill.
Okay, I like that. Jill very stylish today. I like that.
We'll work this out a little
yeah,
bit.
yeah.
But any
Is
event,
that hat right there? That's the Bronx one.
that's
right
the
there.
Bronx, right? Brother, thank you so much. Obviously, we'll work this out. I don't want to take time off to him looking at hats. But again, thank you so much, man.
you.
Somebody who's
Thank you.
quality.
It's all
Thank
good.
you.
It's all
First
good,
and
brother.
foremost, I want to say thank you for coming up. I see you got family in the building. Your
Yes,
sis,
got my little sister in the building. Yes, most
she's
definitely.
dealing with you today. I hope you take her for lunch in one of these fancy restaurants.
Shit, that's all we do. That's an everyday thing. That's all we do. You
that's
know?
why she got her mask on. She ain't gonna take it off till we go to the meal.
I don't know these guys. I don't blame them. But what's been going on in the fashion world? Talk about
Oh man, the fashion world has been a great thing, man. That's why I did the hat. Let's make fashion great again, because I feel that fashion has completely fell off many years ago, and I feel that we need to find a way to bring that back, because I feel as New York, especially the Mecca, we have been kind of not how it usually is. Like the boroughs have changed. Like usually when you talk about getting fly, we talk about Harlem, and then it stabilizes up. Harlem's always like the flies, but I feel that we kind of fell off a little bit.
See, you see what he just did? He stretched himself
No,
out.
because
he's like, this is my category.
No, hold on.
This is what I can talk about.
Last time, like I said, a couple years ago, Polo was here, but we coincide with each other how we have visionary of fashion. Fashion is what's in you.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? We all of us could wear the same thing,
All
but
you
we
do is
all
buy-
wear
all
it a
you do is
different
buy
way.
name brand stuff. We put them together.
Well, it's not a question. Hold on. Let me hold on, Polo. I want to address this in the room. It's not a question. Yeah, it may have a name and it has a label, but the thing is that if I like the name and label, that's because I wear it. You know what I'm saying? I like it. When I see something, I like it. Some things I wear don't have a label. It's just the way I rock it. And I think we talked about that before. Everybody rocks an outfit differently. And it's like suits. Like you wear suits, you may wear differently
wear
than
suits
Eds.
anymore.
Well, you wear underwear because you don't go nowhere in the house. He works from home. But the thing is that everybody, I always say fashion is a conscious mind, because now people show themselves by what they wear.
Let me ask you, Polo, and again, obviously Jill is nowly attired as well. But when you think about fashion, and you've been doing this for many years, I talk to people all the time. They tell me fashion's a mindset, right? So I can work in a corporate environment. I see somebody with ripped jeans. They'll have a T-shirt on. Everything is from like a flea market, but they're in fashion in their mind and they feel good. The fashion they wear represents how they feel, which gives off that aura of I'm looking good, I'm feeling good, I'm special. Then there's people who have to buy like the $500 belt or have to buy different things, and they feel like, oh, I don't have the $500 shoes, so I don't feel special, making my mind is not right. So is fashion, I say that all to say, is fashion more of a conscious or is it more of an aesthetic?
Yeah, well, it's definitely more of a conscious because fashion is what you make. You just got to make the best of yours. Everybody's not going to always be fashionable or stylish. There's a difference between being fashionable and stylish. And if people want to know what that means, is be Puff Daddy. He's stylish. Chris Brown is fashionable.
Okay.
So it all depends on what you choose to be. Me, I'm more stylish. But when I want to be fashionable, I know how to mix it up. So even with name brand stuff, I don't really do the high-end brands like that, but when I do, I know how to mix it in with my stuff and still give it that, oh, snap, he just killed that look. Like even like today, we brought back the Carhartt.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With the jeans, with the
And
fur.
the Timbs,
I see you, player. I see
the whole
the
different
camera got you there, brother. We got
the
you.
whole, I'm a different
So,
specimen. when it comes to the
how
game.
would you describe the lovely Jill here?
Oh,
Jill is
Jill right here is very stylish. Jill's killing it right now. It has nothing to do with the Gucci stockings.
Yeah.
It just has to just do that way she put it together. See, somebody might have did too much. Now, if she would have did the Gucci shoes, the Gucci. See, I would have been like, that should look like a Gucci eraser, and we can't look like that. We can't do that. We're not doing that. Okay? Keep it simple.
Exactly.
Less is more.
She said, "Thank you."
Less is more.
I mean, I agree, especially the way that he's explaining it, because what I do, I like name brand things, but I don't always have to have name brand things. Like, for
Exactly.
example, I can wear my Gucci stockings, my Gucci belt, my skirt was $6,
Right.
See?
and my shirt was 10. So
Right.
it's a matter of
Matching.
mixing and matching.
Matching, that's
you
what
don't
it is.
always have to be fully decked out in
My new
expensive
protege
things.
here.
No doubt. No, I love
know?
it. And also, I tell people, you don't always, like for me, I don't like always having to match. Sometimes I like to blend.
Exactly.
Blending is a beautiful thing. You just know how to blend. It's a beautiful thing. A lot of people don't know how to do that. And they're also very self-conscious about themselves because they feel what somebody's going to think when they wear something. Yo, wear what you feel, buy what you feel good in what you wear.
Right.
Because you're supposed to wear confidence.
right.
Agreed.
Right.
Like my brother Ed, I wouldn't necessarily call Ed. Like Ed and Rodeo are two different spectrums of the fashion line.
Right.
But Ed buys things, and I know this, I've known this for a long
He got his
time.
own shoe line.
He got a,
Probably got his own shoe line.
but he buys clothes that he feels, you know what, I'm comfortable in. I
Right.
can wear them all year round,
Right.
and I feel good about it. Now my brother here, he probably go through every month has got to have a different form of fashion because it's like, oh, October's clothes don't go with November.
I'm a '70s baby. So the thing
Boy.
is that
You like wear pimp stuff?
no, but the thing is that I was always around my father, where was around hustlers, and hustlers back in the '70s, their clothes was their persona. It wasn't the cars, it wasn't the jewelry, it was the clothes and the shoes. If you had a nice outfit, you had to have a fly pair of shoes on, and that what separated them from the square and the hustlers.
No doubt.
The squares may wear a suit, but they'll wear a business type suit, where the hustler will wear a custom made suit, and you see the difference.
Oh, definitely.
And by me being around,
where's your suit?
being around these people, come on, playing. I really never worked in a corporate office, but he knew I had
You got
plenty
it.
of suits.
Next
You
show,
got
he's
it.
But the
gonna
thing
show
is
up here
that
with a
even
He gonna come in with a
though,
Steve
but
Harvey
even though,
suit.
even
Show
though
your
I-
love for rodeo.
even though I don't have to wear the suit, but every time I come up in here and
Nobody's
go on camera,
questioning you. Relax. Stop being so defensive, man.
I'm not being defensive.
Yes, you are. You're being defensive.
Rodeo.
Making fun of
You guys
him.
don't
wait.
change.
Making fun of
Hold
him.
on, Rodeo
You gotta
122
go
on
change.
Instagram. You check it out.
Again, we're talking to Paul, the Fur King. Listen, man. Obviously, we're in a pivot. We've made a change. COVID, I'm not saying it's over. It's far from over. Please don't, no conspiracy theorists here, but obviously we're in a different place than we were in 2020. Fashion-wise, where do you see the fashions going as we enter a new year, 2023? Where's the fashions? What are we not seeing, or what's out there that maybe you see because you're, in this game that's going to explode in the next couple of months?
Well, for example, see the way like I said, I'm a different kind of guy in the fashion world. So when I saw people doing distressed jeans, I told myself, I'm cool with the distressed jeans, but we gotta make it a little different for me. Mm-hmm. So I threw the fur in here. I mixed it in. Then I threw the zipper on the side. Then
coordinating.
Yeah. It's for me, my style is considered like I like to say, like you said, hustle. I like to say, dope boy fresh. See, because when you look at me or you look at somebody in that style, you can tell they're getting a couple of hours. No matter what they doing to get the couple, you like that boy getting a couple of hours. He get a little money somewhere, and that's always been the look from the hustlers.
Right.
So I've always respected that game. So I just feel like fashion changes around every 34 years, and it's coming back to that original specimen of the 80s and 90s.
Could you wear those, Jill?
I mean, he's wearing them better than I could definitely wear those.
Wow, I appreciate that. Thank you.
I do agree what he says, that it's coming around, because a lot of the trends that were, back in the 90s or the 2000s are.
I can never see backstage wearing furnace jeans.
I can see Kevin wear those blouse shirts like Prince.
Game blouses.
With the butt cheeks hanging out, right?
Oh man! Don't go there. Don't go there with the man. Hey, don't go there with the man. Don't put that man in that category.
Stop hitting me on
Don't
my
do
ass.
that like that.
On my team.
Don't do that man like
Versus
that.
blouses.
It's like it's like this is what I tell people all the time. It's like a real deal. Like I'm really like a person that's really like literal when it comes to things, right? So when you wake up in the morning and you wake up and you get out your house, what's the first thing your foot hit when you hit the door? Mm-hmm. What it hit? What did your feet hit when you walk out the door?
The floor.
The concrete, right? Mm-hmm. Right? The streets. Everything comes from the streets. These corporate monkeys, they try to take our style, make it their own. They need us in order for them to survive. Without us, there is no survivation when it comes to fashion.
I'm glad you said that.
Okay? So then when you walk up in the corporate office all day, when you are there, when you come back down, you got to hit the streets again. It's always going to be the streets, man. The streets, all the magazines and all of these people, they get it from us. We are the first people. Timberland boot years ago is still a construction boot. Right. We always, as black people, we find a way to take something functional and make it fashionable. Yep. We are the kings of that. We got basketball. I rock a pair of basketball shorts so fly. People don't even ask me if I'm going to play ball. They just like, yo, you fly for the day. Back in the day, it'd be like, yo, you going to play basketball? We done changed the game so much now to where basketball shorts became fly. So you got to understand this is what's going on. You got to catch up with what's going on. Me personally, I don't like to follow the trend. I like to settle. Okay, some people are trendsetters and some people are trend sweaters. Okay,
say it again, Polo.
Some people are trendsetters and some people are trend sweaters. I'm a trendsetter, so when I put things on, I appreciate all the people that see me, that follow me, and want to have what I have, because I just don't bring the style to the game. I bring the passion to the game. There's different. My hats will show you, my bags, everything I got on to show you I'm passionate with the things that I do. I don't play these games. I'm not in here just for the money.
Right.
I'm really in here for the culture.
Right.
Okay, I do this for financial freedom. I mean, just because I want to do what I want to do the way I want to do it. I don't want to be boxed in. That's not my thing.
Ironically, what you said about you're a trendsetter, they now had us starting to believe that because of social media, that Chinese kids now are the trendsetters because of the TikTok and everything, and they win the grunge and all this and that, and they feel that they know the style. They still getting it from the blacks.
Well, this is the way that I see. I feel like, especially like you said, there's people who set trends, and we're the inspiration. They go ahead and they look at things, and sometimes they look down on it when we wear it. However, later on, it's let's put it into fashion, and now it's cool. Now it's cool to wear Timberland boots or to do this, and then they want to make it their own without giving the credit. And I feel like that's not okay. So like you said, the Asian kids or whatever.
Right.
Hold that door, Pole. We're gonna take a quick break because we gotta pay bills here. I know you want to get on your. I'm fashion man. I made this. We're gonna take a quick break. Pole the Fur King, 9 Feet Lounge. Come on back. We're back on the ride, 9 Feet Lounge, still joined by our special guest host, Miss Jilly. If you're nasty,
Hello.
Jill. And our special guest, Polo the Fur King, again, a brother that's doing some main things. I'm rocking the hat right now because I ain't got no hair, so it ain't messing up nothing. But you was talking in the break, Jill, you had mentioned about, we were talking about styles and different things, and Rodeo mentioned about just different groups. Obviously, you're an African-American male, you're an African-American fashion influencer. From a standpoint of just what's selling, do you find that over the course of years that the trends have kind of shifted, or is it still about what our culture, which in most cases where that's sports, music, entertainment, fashion, seems to kind of be the leaders? Has that changed over the last couple of years, or are we still the trendsetters when it comes to fashion and style?
We are still the trendsetters, but it also has changed a little bit as well. Many years ago, again, all the other parts of the world used to get the trends from us. But we kind of fell off a little bit, like I was saying earlier. But we're starting to get back to it now. We're starting to get back to, I'm making sure, like, this is what we're doing. Like, we got to get back to, like, because at one time it was the skinny jeans and stuff like that. Now the jeans are starting to flare back out a little bit. Mm-hmm. So that's why I started.
Yeah, I never really was for the skinny jeans.
Right. But me, either was I always wore, first of all, if you wear your stuff that fits, you're good.
Right.
All you gotta do is wear stuff that fits you.
Right.
Okay, this is not the Dipset era where Karen the back of the day when they wore 4X coats and the waist was a 36 and it was a 42. We're not doing that no more. Those days is over. And I never did it.
I used to hate the fact. I'm glad you mentioned that. I used to hate the fact that people walk around with their pants. Right now, the SAG era, right? But you wear like $300 pair of jeans and the whole bottom of your pants is tore up because somebody told you they got a drag underneath your shoe, which that made no sense to me.
It never does. And I want to mention this too. I never get to mention this. I want to give some credit. I want to give some flowers. We gotta always say with the white people. Like even I don't know when we used to go to school, junior high school. Some of us used to tease the white kids. They used to call them potheads. They used to call them burnouts because they always wore raggedy Converse, or they always had holes in their jeans. And you was like, yeah, this guy kind of poor, But see, again, as black people, we took that and made it a style. But they been doing that because that's just how they wore it back in the day.
Yeah,
they built a train
the
track.
grunge look.
They smoke weed. They smoke weed. They don't care. They got the Doc Martens on. The Converse is all beat up and dirty. But now look, now you can buy a brand new Converse that's dirty. Mm-hmm. Now we take it holy jeans.
I ain't ready for that.
No, but now we can take holy jeans and make it stylish now when they already did. They didn't know what they were doing because they were just on what they was on.
Remember, they was the ones who was wearing the skinny jeans in the beginning.
Exactly.
Yeah, they call it the skateboard.
Yeah,
The
the
skateboard.
skateboard look.
The brand Golden Goose, you actually buy the sneakers and they're scuffed up
Yes,
and
yes.
dirty, and they're a $500
Dirty
pair
are.
of
Those are
sneakers.
They are.
sneakers that look like the Converse with that star.
Yeah, it has a little star. They're called Golden
or
Goose.
Bathing. They look like
Yeah,
one looking. Yeah,
it's-
and they're about $500. And I do like a few pair. But again, even I'm just like, okay, I see the scuff mark, but I'm cool. I'm cool with the scuff mark there,
Yeah.
but I ain't cool with it all over the place.
I'm gonna tell you right now, as black people, we still need our shoes clean. Cause you get uptown, they got a scuff.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't want them no
Let
more.
me tell
I'm sorry,
you,
I don't want
Me
them.
personally, I have a 13-year-old daughter, and I have to have my Air Forces have to be white. And if I see any type of mark or dinginess, I go and buy a new pair. Now my daughter, she intentionally dirties them and takes my old ones and wears them dirty. And I'm like,
she likes them like
that's
that.
what a lot of the
what
white
the
girls are
kids are
doing
doing.
on the east side. They rocking a lot of the sneakers
That's the new
already just
trend.
dirty. And I'm like, okay, I guess this is what y'all doing. This is what y'all doing. I'm not doing it, but is this what y'all doing? That's what's up.
Okay, but now I got a question for you. Right now.
Yeah.
So now the question I have is, what do you think about when you have the fashion industry who makes these name brand clothes and everything else come around saying that they don't want people of color wearing the clothes because it degrades them?
Well, they did that with Timberland.
Well,
We stopped wearing Timberland for a minute.
Gucci, all of them.
Yeah.
Again, see, if they really, well, then they got the power to really make that really happen. If you really don't want us in your stuff, y'all got the power to make it happen. But you ain't gonna make it happen because you need that black dollar too.
But see, that's my thing. I feel that they say that because as some of our black people and people of color, they go and say, "You're not going to stop me from wearing it," and then it's like a marketing ploy to make them wear it. Because that's how I look at it. Because I feel that, okay, yeah, you're gonna say you want to have Gucci and all of them like that. You see, even like some of the rappers go into these stores and everything else, spend all this money, and the people are following behind them, checking them out, make sure they're not stealing, and then don't want them even to be in the store themselves.
Exactly.
Well, see, now that's a mindset. See, for me, right, like I will tell you, like how sometimes like how God works. Like when they did that campaign for H&M and they had they said to kill like a monkey.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. See, I never shopped at H&M anyway, so it was easy for me just to say, well, I'm not going in there anyway because I never been in there anyway. I have nothing against the store per se, but it just made it easier for me. Then when it comes to the name brand stuff, I got a few things, but I'm more into my custom thing of what I do, so it's easy for me. Now, if we're going to represent them companies, then really rep it. Like Jill here, she likes designer. I'm not mad at her at all. She got a $6 skirt with some stockings on, right? Now here's the thing with that. But when people get mad and they say, "Oh, we boycotted Gucci," and also they throw their Gucci's up on the ground and they burn it. Yeah. You burn it for a half an hour, and then you put the fire out, and then you boycott it for 6 months, and then you get back to buying it again. Right. If you're going to really be real, go all the way. Now let me just say before I forget, Ralph Lauren is my favorite designer of all times. Okay, Ralph Lauren he's born in the Bronx, but people that should know, he came up very hard, and now he's the richest man in fashion because he always stuck to his guns. But if I ever heard personally, and somebody can show me that Ralph Lauren would ever say he don't want black people with the stuff no more, I will throw all my Polo away, and I promise you, I have over $1 million worth of Polo gear. I will throw it all away because I can't get with that.
You have to change your name.
Yeah, I'll throw it. Yeah, well, what's already for It's already for the designer. It's already for the designer. It's been changed.
I was talking to my man Tone Trump about that same situation. Like, How you gonna rock the name? But he's maintaining it himself. Yeah. Again, we're talking to Polo, the Fur King. I want to jump in because obviously, again, you're a guy. Hats. I mean, I still rock the T-shirt. In my home office as rodeo
by the way, that was a big picture that y'all took at my shirts that time. I need to find that picture. Send it to me, please. I want to repost that. That was a big picture.
It's still on the site.
Yeah, repost that. Send it to me, please.
Because I'm such a handsome dude. I can do that. He's just being sarcastic. But when it comes to design, right? And I know, like, I've talked to like. African-American restaurant owners and different things. I never forget, as an African-American restaurant owner I'm very friendly with, and he always says, it hurts his heart when people would rather go to the Golden Arches or other places than eat quality cooked food. From a fashion perspective, when people say, okay, the Ralph Lauren's or the Hilfigers or whatever the brand is, but here's a guy, African-American designer, creating clothing and style that represents your origin, your backdrop, and obviously supporting somebody that has a similar hue. Does it bother you when people will make that choice for other clothes and designers than the homegrown guy that's right in the backyard?
Yeah, because, let me say this. First of all, material, there's no name on the material until you add a name to it. Okay? So you got a piece of material, that couch right there. If it ain't no name on it, I decided to put Fur King design on it.
Throw some fur in the middle.
Now it becomes my brand. Right. So it really just goes according to what your choice is. It's sad that you have somebody such as myself that do it all, but you still rather go here and don't be appreciative. That's my only beef. It's your money. You earn it. You can do what you want with it. But give me a chance, too, because I'm doing custom fly stuff as well, even on a whole other level that even the Ralphs ain't doing. I'm up there. I know all the material. I got watches. I got Swiss moving watches. No. They're not today. Not today. They being babe. I got Swiss moving watches.
You shallow. He was like, "Where the watch? Where the watch?"
I got I got the hat. I got basketball. I got teddy bears. I got everything. Everything Ralph Lauren got. I got custom Fur King rugs. I got all of that. Right. So all you gotta do is just come to me. If you want to be different, come to me and be different. That's what I'm about. I'm about being different.
Now, question I got for you with this is that how do you feel when you have people of the community that comes to get your stuff and want to haggle you down, but don't want to haggle down the main
That's what I
big
was
store?
going to ask. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing with that. You know, here's the reality though, right?
Yes.
Maybe many years ago, somebody or myself might have been mad back then when you like, damn, why Gucci acting like this? Why Louis Vuitton? They got billions of dollars. But see, when you think about it, is you have to understand their theory too. Because here's the thing, they don't have to run after you. See, it's either you can afford it or you can't. See, with me, I'm trying to give you a little break. Okay, yo, P, man, I know it costs $250, man. I got $230. I give you the 20 later. I'll let it go just because I ain't gonna sweat the 20. But don't think I'm gonna ask for the 22. So I'm asking for my $20. You're like, yo, I still ain't got it right now. So it's like I can't really be mad at the higher companies that got their policy like that, but also give me the same type of courtesy. Because people hit me with all kind of bills. So, oh man, I ain't gonna front, man. Yo, the light bill came up the other day. I gotta pay the light bill.
But they still want the outfit.
Right. So here's my thing. Here's a simple answer. I do it all the time. Add your lifestyle into your needs and your wants. So if you know that your bills are $5,000 a month, and you know that jacket is gonna cost you $500, your bill should be $5,500 now. That's how I do things. That's why I never owe. I'm never in a crisis because I already added on to what I want. I don't care what it costs. It could be $20,000. Now my bill's gonna be $10,000 plus the $20,000. I'm gonna be able to pay it and get you out the way. So it's never a problem. But a lot of people don't think that way. They just feel like I'll just come in and get the outfit and give you excuses. So I'm not even mad at Louis and Gucci for that policy that they have. But they answered, I am a little mad because you'll do it to me though.
And also, I feel that you should not have to compromise when you want style. If like I said, like a car, if I want to go buy $100,000 Tesla, I'm not going to go to deal and say let's compromise the price. I know what that car is. Now, if the man knows I got money, because clothes make somebody think, people portray themselves, I got something by what they wear, by jewelry. The man be like, okay, hold on. You may not even have $1 in your pocket, but because what you have on, he's going to start analyzing, because he's going to start multiplying what you got on. Okay, he got $2,000 Gucci, so he got this. All right, hold on. Let's talk, because clothes is what a person sees. Then everything else they see after the clothes.
The next time I go buy a car, I just bring Jill with me, and we'll get like $15,000 off the rip.
I was gonna say there's actually a lot of black-owned brands that have been doing well just based off trends and celebrities wearing their clothes. Take Telfar, the bags.
Right.
They're inexpensive bags. Beyonce wore one, sold out everywhere.
Right.
Same thing with Fear of God Essentials. Very inexpensive, black-owned, and you see everyone wearing it. So it's like, oh, that's what you're wearing? And that's all it takes sometimes is for,
Somebody
a trend
to
to pop
wear it.
off or somebody to be like, hey, this has value. Even though you know it has value, you just want to get everybody else to be aware of that, you know?
And I definitely respect that. Now, as far as the celebrity culture, I'm not so big on that myself. I'm honored if somebody comes through and wears my stuff, but I'm really more on behind the scenes. Like, I have a cat that's getting ready. I'm doing the jacket for him now. He's a big time producer. He does the things for Rihanna and big dogs like that, but he's down low. And I'm getting ready to do a jacket for him. But when I do it, I'm gonna post it and let people know. Oh, he ain't no regular cat. This cat does big things for Jay-Z and everything else. But I like the down low cat. I want you to think like, okay, that's a nice coat, but oh no, he's a little bigger than you think. So sometimes at the end of the day, that's what I'm on. I'm on that. I don't need the higher epsilon to make it because I already made it. I'm gonna do next year. I'll be 25 years in the game, beyond successfully.
Yeah.
I'm beyond successful. So I have no problems with my clientele. Now, whoever wants to be the celebrity designer, now my thing is, let me get on this real quick.
Yeah.
Certain titles I'm not with. We throw around bosses too much. That title's thrown around. You're not even a boss.
I agree.
You can't even hire nobody. How you a boss? Okay. You style one person in 10 years, and now you're a stylist.
Right.
No, that's not true.
I feel the same way about talk.
Yeah.
Because somebody has a cell phone and an Instagram account, and they're a talk show host.
No, that's not. No.
We're not the same.
No, we're not the same at all.
Right,
yeah.
We're not the same at all. So I just get tired of that. And then what we got to get better at is when people say, "Oh, he's an icon at dressing. Where? Please show where, because if he's an icon, then what is Puffy? Because Puffy's the best dressed man in Hollywood. The stats is there. He got trophies and awards to prove that. And so do I. But we'll pull him out a little bit to show you that.
I know. Well, let's pull him out now. While you got a second, you brought it up. Yeah. And you know what? Let's take a quick break.
You got the grab bag.
Hold on, Polo. Tap him. Take a quick break. Then we're gonna come out and talk about your accolades, Little Richard. Okay? It was the Little Richard of fashion. It's Polo the Fur King. It's Non-Free Lounge. Come on back. We're back on the Ride Non-Free Lounge, and I'm holding an award, not for me. Polo wanted to bring his accolades. So, ladies and gentlemen, Polo Fur King. I'm going to let Jill handle it, because Jill has that Vanna White look. I'm going to have Jill hold on. Oh, Vanna. There you go. That's Jill. And again, so talk about these awards, Polo.
Well, the beautiful thing about the awards is I didn't know I was getting them. That's what makes it so special. Mm-hmm. And a young lady...
Like the hat. I didn't know I was getting the hat.
No doubt. and a young lady who is now my partner, Mrs. Coco China, she's been in the fur business for about 30-something years. She's powerful. And she discovered me and found me and was like, yo, I need to work with you. And that's all it was. So it went from her giving me maybe old coats that she couldn't fix no more and stuff like that, and me to fix them, to her feeling like, yo, this cat really does his thing. And she was giving out Men of Excellence awards. So when she found out that, you know, what I was doing, she felt I deserved not just one, because of two, because I do fashion and furs. So these awards are in the Library of Congress, and this is the 88th award that she gave it out to me. So I'm amongst the Dougie Freshes and the Al Sharptons, and I'm right there with these cats. So that's how these awards came about for what I do.
No doubt. When they got it.
I just wanted to ask you one quick question that a lot of people may be wondering, because we got a lot of new audiences and everything else. What was the age that you started into sewing and designing your clothes?
Well, I'm going to make this clear. I can sew, but I don't sew. Okay. So I'm the designer. So what I do is I got 21 tailors at this point, and they all do different things. So what I do is I bring the outfit to the tailors. Mm-hmm. I tell them what I want in my mind, because I don't draw nothing down. Tell them exactly how I want it. They might jot it down, and then they do all the work, and we get the work done to my satisfaction.
But the first ones that you did yourself, right?
At
the beginning, very beginning.
Very beginning.
And that's what I'm saying. What was the age that you did for them?
That was like 1998.
Wow,
so, just to tell you.
Let me ask you, do you see yourself like the Dapper Dan now of 2022?
Now I'm going to tell you about that. First of all, Dapper Dan, let me tell you, he's one of my favorite designers too on the street level. He actually paved the way for me, even more so than Ralph Lauren, because of the way he came from.
Correct.
So I respect Dapper on a whole other level. Now, a lot of people have asked me, do I feel about the modern day Dapper Dan? I'll say this. Being Dapper, we have similar style, but I've done things even Dapper. If he saw it right now, I'd be like, whoa. Like, wow, you really taking things to a different level. So I'm very honored when people do compare me to Dap, because I know what type of man he is, and I know what type of man he has become. Right. I bought Dap's book. I got some of Dap's old sweatpants. Congratulations for Dapper Dan.
Dap made Gucci what it really is today.
Right. And see, and let me get on this real quick. The reason why, and not only like Ralph Lauren is my favorite because of just in fashion, he's my favorite because he's one of the few people that did not sue Dapper Dan. He didn't sue Dapper Dan. Everybody else sued Dapper Dan. He didn't sue Dap because he understood the struggle. I'm not going to sue this man. And he's so blessed. You like I said, you're the richest man in fashion now because of your understanding of what happened. You got these guys who robbed you blind. And these cats are in your new documentary called Very Ralph. The same cats that robbed them are in this man's documentary and at the dinner with Ralph eating, because Ralph understood, they are robbing me, but this is also free promotion.
Yeah, they making me more.
This is free promotion.
Famous. Right. Exactly.
So he didn't lose.
It's chess, not check.
Yeah, so he never lost. So that's one of the other reasons why I respect him. But Dapper Dan, congratulations again. These people brought you out of retirement because you was just that dope back then. You're now partners with Gucci. You got a Puma deal right now, and you just won one of the biggest awards in fashion history to date.
He's definitely earned his way.
Yeah, so I respect that man to the fullest. I hope he keeps striving. And like I always tell people say God is good, and he is, but God is everything.
Amen to that. Tell me, let's play a little game here. You work with a lot of people, but I'm sure some people you want to work. Give me your top 5. Yeah, that's getting a little heavy for Jill. A little heavy. Yeah, we won't break that glass because we don't have no Aflac. But in any event, Give me your top 5. Whether that's fashion, entertainment, sports, politics, you want to style.
I had a few. Okay, Beryl Street.
Why? And give us a why when you just.
Because Beryl Street is really just a plain Jane girl, but I know I can still take Beryl Street and do something with her and make her be like, whoa.
To the
Give
next
Meryl
level.
Streep some
I would-
Brooklyn
I would
or
never-
some Harlem.
I look good at this. I didn't think I would have ever worn this, but because you did it, I'm going to wear it. So that's one reason.
Okay.
Kanye West is another one because Kanye back in the day when he was called the Louis Vuitton Don, that's when
Yeah.
he was at his best. That's when he was like
The pat back,
killing 'em.
yeah,
Now
not
he's
that.
on what he's on. And it is what it is. I'm not mad at it because fashion is what you make it. If he feels what he got on his fly is fly. It ain't my kind of fly, but I know I can still do something for him to make him rock what he got, where he will rock it and get away with it. And somebody will be like, whoa, okay, Kanye, you see you starting to get back on one. Because that's what I'm about. That's 2. Even though she's my favorite female dresser is Mary J. Blige. As busy, as dope as Mary gets, I still know I can still do something with Mary. Just because, again, I'm a custom designer. I know how to I don't do the norm. I come with this type of stuff that make you like,
You go outside the
you
line.
go y'all City Hall like, Hey, he's a little different.
Yes.
And I appreciate that. And then, even though Diddy's my favorite. Overall, when it comes to pound for pound, because Diddy wears the furs, he wears this type of look, he wears suits, he wears ties, he wears Applejack hat.
You never
He
know
wears
what
it
he's
all.
going to get.
Yeah, he wears it all. So he's another person that I would like to, like to get a hold of. It's just, and is that 5 or 4?
4.
Okay, and the last person I would like to get a hold of, if I could really just get my hands on him, would be
One of these young guys out here.
Nah, not even really the young guys, man. I would like to touch Don King.
Just something with the hair?
Clippers.
Leave the hair alone.
Yeah. Because when you see Don is usually just in suits. I feel that I can still take Don out of the suit.
He wear those denim always in America jackets.
The jacket, I got one of those jackets, by the way. Yeah, but I could put Don in some Carhartt, and you wouldn't believe that he was in Carhartt. You like, Don got Carhartt on and looking good,
And I'm still robbing you for your money.
Yeah, well, that's a whole other story.
Just pay Polo.
Mike Tyson. I don't like that.
But yeah, so that's where I'm at with that. And then if we talking like boroughs, when it comes like who fly in the boroughs, right now my favorite is Vado. I like Vado right now. Vado, he kills the fashion game in Harlem. I like Dave East because Dave East kind of mixes New York. He kind of mixes New York with L.A. He kind of gives that mixture vibe.
Yeah.
I like him. When it comes to the Bronx, the flies cat in the Bronx is Fat Joe. Fat Joe the fly when it comes to he the to the Bronx. And,
He's made himself there.
Yeah. He learned the game.
Yeah.
When it comes to you talking the Wu-Tang, I'm always going to go with Ray first, then Ghost. So it did it.
Ghost?
Ghost can fly, but I just
clean.
no, he clean. But Ray's more about style.
Yeah, no
you know what I'm saying. So those are the cats that keep it, Dope Boy fresh. To be in the game, and then you talking y'all good. I'm going to go with Jadakiss. As far as the groups, these are just all groups that I like individually. That got their own personal
Big
style.
shout to Rough
when it comes
Rides
to
Radio,
fashion.
one of our networks. But we got a few minutes left, man. And I can't thank you enough. Thank you for Sis. Just
Yeah.
holding the camera there a little
Thank
bit.
you for the gift.
Yeah.
And thank you for the hat.
Yeah.
What's the
Yes,
next
sir.
step for Polo the Fur King? What mountain do you still want to climb this thing? You mentioned 25 years coming next year. That's a monumental task. People don't last 25 years in the business. People can't last 25 days.
Exactly.
So from a standpoint, what's the next level? What's the next mountain that you want to climb?
The next mountain we're going to climb is we're going to definitely do the documentary. We're going to definitely do that, the day in the life of Fur King the designer. We're going to do that, and then we definitely going to do the book. And the book is not going to be about my life per se, but it will be about my fashion life. I want people to really understand what I do in fashion, that this is not a game. I do this for real. I'm up night and day. My eyes get cross-eyed. Man, every day I'm looking at the ceiling. Like, my homegirl, she makes me laugh all the time. She goes, you laid in the bed looking at the ceiling? And it is kind of like an inside joke, but it's kind of really real because I designed it in my head. So when I'm
You got
laying in
mirrors in your ceiling?
no, not yet. Not yet. But when I do look at, but when I do lay down and I look at my ceiling, to me, because the ceiling is white, it's like a canvas.
Right.
So I'm drawing on the canvas in my mind. So I'm in my bed. I'm really wide awake, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, like this. And I'll come up with designs within 5 or 6
You know,
minutes.
it's funny you say that. Maybe that is an innovative thing because I find myself getting up at 4:30, 5 o'clock and meditating and thinking
He gotta
about
go to the bathroom.
that too. But after I do that and wash my hands,
Yeah.
I
By the
come
way,
back and I use that time to meditate and think. So I kind of focus on that before I go run on the treadmill.
When you got people that call it, I call it. You got people that call it the God hour.
Because
And then
you
got
called me and sometimes in those ungodly hours, like, why is this man calling me?
Yeah, speak. That's what I do.
I know.
Because you're both vampires.
That's
You know
what
what
I do.
I'm saying?
That too.
That's what I do.
That too.
Because you know why? Because you gotta understand. My tails are on deck, all of them. And a lot of them don't. They get up pretty early, but not as early as I do.
Right.
But I'll leave a message. Yo, give me a call so you get. And yo, just so they can get an idea to call me back, so I don't forget my design. And I might call 7 other tailors at the same time.
Oh.
Okay, real quick.
I just want to ask one question. What is the most expensive outfit you ever designed for somebody? It ain't got to be a name, but what was the most expensive outfit you ever designed for somebody?
Wow. Well, okay. The most expensive outfit I ever designed was $50,000. That was the outfit I designed. That was crazy.
Frank Lucas?
Not quite him. Somebody actually bigger than Frank, but that's another story.
Okay.
And the most expensive coat I ever designed was $150,000. That's a Russian sable folded to the floor. That's what those coats cost. So
You want that, Jill? You want to get that, Jill? Might
With
work
the
that.
hood, right?
I know this one had a collar. I got something for Jill. Though. Way than that.
Listen.
Because let me tell you something about furs. It doesn't even. Listen, I've been known. I'll come in myself with something for $1,500, and somebody might have one to chill for $50,000.
Listen, 2022, we get ready to do things with Jill, so we need some Fur King collaboration going on. And also, we going to Atlanta, so if you got anything, man, in a few weeks, I'm going down to Celebration Bowl. So, in a few things you got, love to promote the brand, you fam, so we make that work. But his name is Polo, the Fur King. My brother, thank you so much for coming. It's been a real pleasure. Don't make another 3-4 years. I don't know how it lasts. Don't do that no more.
Rodeo reached out to me.
That's because you part of the fam. We don't reach out to everybody.
Yeah, Rodeo reached out to me. He said, "Listen, man, we got to make this happen.
It's been a minute.
We're not gonna play games. Like we need to play this happen."
So we're gonna definitely have you back real soon. Where can people reach out to you, purchase some of this stuff, design, get to know you a little better?
Yeah, people just reach out to me at Instagram. That's the best way to get in touch with me. Fur King the designer. Reach out, all one word. Inbox me, get at me. Give me about 20. People would say 48 hours. Give me 24, and I'll get back at you. My sister's the problem is there, but just to show you for the record, just real quick, she was listening to the radio one day, and she happened to hear my name on the Breakfast Club, and 4 people she heard Angelique Big Up Furs. She reached out to the other 3 people. Nobody reached back. She hit me. I hit her right back. And here it is today. Not only is she was a client back then, but she became my sister and a 10-year relationship going just because I hit her back.
Well, tell Angela to call me because I have something to talk to her about. His name is Polo, the Fur King.
The designer, we in the building. Shout out to the lounge. Shout out to the team. I love y'all.
Wait. If you're going to say the name, say it right.
We go. Is it? 950.
Thank you.
950. 950 lounge. Shout out to the whole.
This never might make it the broadcast. I'm joking.
Shout out to the whole crew. I appreciate
Polo, the Fur King.